Namaste. Today I'm going to read Volume 3, Book 3, SataRudra Samhita, Chapter 25, the story of Pipalada, incarnation in the Shiva Puran. Hari Om Tat Sat. Nandishvara said, after arranging and establishing dharma with a desire for its good foundation, Lord Shiva performed great sports. O good sage, listen to that. Once, while going to the river Puspabhadra for his ablution, the great sage saw the beautiful youthful maiden Padma, a part of Shiva himself. Desirous of getting her, the sage, traversing the world and an expert in following the established conventions, went to the abode of King Anaranya, her father. On seeing him, the awestruck king of men bowed to him, offering him Madhuparka. He worshipped him devotedly. The sage accepted everything with regard and requested for the hand of his daughter. Thereupon the king was unable to say anything. He was silent. The sage repeated the request, saying, "Give me your daughter devotedly, otherwise I will reduce everything to ashes along with you." O great sage, then all the people of the king were enveloped by the brilliance of Pipalada, son of Dadichi. Then the king was much frightened, and he lamented again and again. He gave his daughter Padma, fully bedecked in ornaments, to the old sage. After marrying Padma, the daughter of the king and a part of Shiva, the sage Pipalada joyously took her to his hermitage. After going to the hermitage, the age-excellent sage stayed there with that woman. The sage was not too indulgent. Then the daughter of Anaranya served the sage with devotion in mind, word, and deed, like Lakshmi serving Vishnu. Then the excellent sage Pipalada, a part of Shiva, became a young man by means of his divine sport, and sported with that young lady. 10 noble sons, all of them great sons, were born to the sage. They were equal to their father and increased the pleasure of Padma. This is the sportive incarnation of Shiva, the great Lord. The excellent sage Pipalada was the Lord indulgent in different kinds of divine sports. On seeing the harassment by the planet Saturn of everyone irremediably, the sympathetic Lord lovingly granted a boon to all the world. For 16 years from birth, no man will have that affliction. Similarly, to the devotees of Shiva too, this word of mine is true. If Saturn were to disregard my instruction and harass men, he will undoubtedly be reduced to ashes. O dare thus afraid of him, the excellent planet Saturn, though in aberration, does not afflict men at any time. Thus I have narrated to you the good story of the great sage Pipalada, who had assumed the form of a human being in the course of his divine sports. The story yields the fruit of all desires. These three, Gadi, Kausika, and the great sage Pipalada, quell the affliction of Shani on being remembered. For the dissolution of the affliction of Saturn, the man who reads or listens devotedly to the story of Pipalada, along with that of Padma, attains all desires in this world. Blessed indeed is the great sage, who was wise and a great devotee of Shiva. He was a favorite of good men. Lord Shiva, named Pipalada, was a noble son. This pious narrative is conducive to the attainment of heaven. It quells the adverse effects of the evil planets, or dare it yields all desires and enhances devotion to Shiva. Hence today's reading of the Shiva Puran. Om Prabhu Pranaratam Vyomveshwaratam Jagannatharam Satpajam. Hari Om Tat Sat.